Hello, this is Matt Tyree with Trinity Animation, here to demonstrate how to install Vray for 3D Studio Max. After making your purchase at Trinity3D.com, you will receive two things. First, within about 48 hours, you will receive an email containing your login username and password, with a link to chaosgroup.com. Second, within up to 5 business days, you will receive the Weeboo license key dongle, which looks like a little flash drive. You receive the dongle key in the mail pre-programmed by Trinity. Once you have received both the email and the dongle, it is time to download the Vray installation software. Click the link in the email to go to chaosgroup.com. After clicking the link, you will need to enter the login info here. After logging in, mouse over the Downloads tab and select the software for which you would like to install Vray. You will then see all of the available versions of Vray to download for your software. Be sure to pick the one that corresponds to the software you are using. Here are some things to keep in mind before you download. First, the installation files are in order of release date rather than software date, so be sure to pick the correct version of your software. Next, be sure you have selected the correct build for your operating system, be it 64-bit or 32-bit, also called x86. Finally, don't plug in your dongle until after you have installed Vray and the license key drivers. After downloading the installation software to your computer, it is time to install Vray. First, let's go through installing Vray on a standalone workstation. If you are running Windows Vista or above, you must right-click the installer and select Run as Administrator, or else it will not install correctly. The vast majority of the installation can be done with the default values. Click through the agreements. By default, Workstation is the selected installation type. Leave the destination folders at their defaults. Install as Local Vray License Server with the Register Vray Menus box checked. Be sure to checkbox both Install Weeboo Key Drivers and Register the Vray License Service. Click through and the installation will complete. Click Finish. Now the Weeboo Key setup will open. Leave all values as defaults and just click Next until it's finished. Now you can plug in your dongle and Windows will read the Weeboo key. Reboot your machine, and you have successfully installed Vray on a standalone workstation. If you should ever need to unplug your dongle, follow these steps to avoid recurring notification pop-ups. Go to the Start menu, Programs, Chaos Group, Vray for your version of Max, Licensing, Administration, and click Remove Vray License Service. Now let's go through installing Vray on a network license server, and then installing a remote workstation to connect to it. On the machine that you are running as your network license server, right-click on the installer and select Run as Administrator. Then click through the agreements. Select License Server Only as your installation type and click Next. Leave the destination folder at the default. Be sure to checkbox both Install Weeboo Key Drivers and Register the Vray License Service. Click through and the installation will complete. Click Finish. Now the Weeboo Key setup will open. Leave all values as defaults and just click Next until it is finished. Now you can plug in your dongle, and Windows will read the Weeboo key. Now that you have installed the network license server, you can install Vray on remote workstations that will all get their licenses from this network location. On one of your remote workstations, right-click the installer and select Run as Administrator. Click through the agreements. Select Workstation as your installation type. Leave the destination folders at their defaults. Uncheck the Register Vray Menus box and select Remote Vray License Server. Click through and the installation will complete. Click Finish. Finally, a dialog box will appear asking you to enter the IP address of your license server. You can enter the IP address or the system name of the server without backslashes. Click OK, and you have successfully installed Vray on your remote workstation. Follow the same procedure for each subsequent remote workstation. Thanks for watching. Be sure to visit www.Trinity3D.com for more info.